What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast. It's a big week here on the podcast, and Off the Record is still with us. Of course, if you want to use Off the Record, we have a new code for this year, TST25 on the Off the Record app. Throw away your old codes or go to offtherecord.com/TST. Why should you do such things? Well, let's say you get a ticket. You've been pulled over for something and are ticketed. Don't argue with that police officer on the side of the road. Instead, take that ticket and call or go on the app to Off the Record, and then they help fight that ticket, and most of the time, in most of the cases, make it either go away or drastically reduce it. It is the best. And if you use our code with the Off the Record app, again, that's code TST25, you'll save an additional 10%. Listen, Off the Record does not cost a lot of money compared to even just paying the fine and the ticket, let alone the other things about that moving violation that could cause problems with your insurance, your potential employment, etc. Don't plead guilty. Get Off the Record. Go to offtherecord.com/TST or use code TST25 on the Off the Record app. All right, on this episode of the podcast, my friend Dean Delray. He is a very funny comedian, actor, and his podcast, Let There Be Talk, has almost as many episodes as we do. He has played in bands, and he has his first ever feature-length comedy special, 5836, coming out this week. And 5836 is the number of comedy sets he has done in his life, 5,836. He's great. We talk about Porsches. We get along on pretty much all levels. Watches, guitars, collectible stuff, homes, aesthetics. I love this dude. He opens for Bill Burr. He is the man. Dean Delray is in studio. It's the Smoking Tire Podcast. Let's go. What are you doing what do you do in the daytime in Vegas?
I got lucky, man. I love farm-to-table food. I like to eat clean.
Okay.
I'm not like some bougie dude, but I'm trying to eat clean because I had diabetes, and I beat that shit like 7 years ago. Yeah. So a guy at Dream Racing turned me on to this restaurant called Public US or Public Us. And I met this guy, Coco, who's the owner. He's got like a table in the corner. And he wanted to have like a cafe, like a New York style kind of hip place where people could hang. So my buddy took me there. It turns out him and this other guy, Cam, are full-on Porsche freaks.
Okay.
You know? And so there it is. You can see the food. It's fantastic.
Looks like quality food.
This place is fucking
okay.
great.
Oh, it's Fremont Street. Of course.
So,
yeah, this is where like good things
right.
are. Yeah,
so I go every day in the morning. I hang with these guys. So it feels like I'm in L.A.
Yeah.
Like at All Time, my other favorite restaurant.
Hanging out at that part of Vegas is a much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
these
nice.
guys
You can walk.
both have
you can
Dakars.
like walk. Oh, they do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
They both have Defender.
I saw a picture of you
Yeah.
down your Instagram with a couple of Dakars. Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
driving
yeah.
them, man.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, man.
They're good fun, aren't they?
Oh, dream car. Well,
Did you get to
actually-
drive them on dirt at
What?
all? Did you drive them on dirt at all?
Oh, well, we were getting ready to drive on dirt, but they were going on a trip, and they didn't want to leave the dirt on the car.
Oh.
So next month, I'm going to drive in the dirt because it'd be all in there for months.
Got to do that underside detail.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not a big deal as long as it's not like mud. If it's
Right.
like just sand is pretty easy.
Yeah,
mud
it
is
was
some
mud.
nasty.
It was like slight mud. It's a big fucking... I mean, Death Valley out there. You could see guys out there. There's no law. It's road warrior.
There's no
Yeah.
And
speed
they're
limit,
just out there.
Well, we just went to the King of the Hammers. Have you heard of that
no.
shit? It's a giant off-road race in the desert. It's like a week or so of racing.
Yeah.
And it's 100-mile course. And then at the start-finish, there's a big, quote, city they build of RVs and whatever.
Oh, I love that shit.
And then, the racing is one thing, right?
Yeah.
That's official with, tech and professionals, right?
Yep.
But at night, mayhem.
Oh,
Just anyone with their personal rig, just doing anything. This was
It's like Burning Man, but with cars.
yes,
Yes.
basically. Probably
cool.
less drugs, a lot more alcohol.
Right, yeah.
But like people, just doing crazy shit in cars all through the night. So pretty wild
Some of the
stuff.
shit they build.
Yeah,
is,
I grew up around people that did this kind of shit all the time. Hanford, California,
Where
sand
is that
rails.
in the middle?
That's not where I grew up, but I'm saying
okay.
we'd go out to this place. They have sand rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys that,
Well, these are the new versions of sand rails.
right,
It's heavily modified side by sides,
Right.
and then you have like production sort of level tube chassis. Like, is Buckshot still a company? Do you remember that thing?
Buckshot.
Buckshot Racing? Are
I
they
don't know
still
if they
a company?
but there's a lot of that stuff. Like
We
twin
went in-
turbo V8s shoved into sand rails,
Yeah.
but the suspension technology is so evolved. We saw like 2 sand rails out there, but they don't have a ton of suspension. They're meant to just be on smooth sand, almost like
they're
a
more
boat.
like dragsters for the sand. They got the paddle tires.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like that's a real like
it's old
60s vibe, Pismo Beach type of shit. Yeah, now it's about like going really fast over whoops, so it's about, your travel.
I play the lottery every week for 2 reasons. First, it's an ode to my mom because she would always say, "When I win the lottery," and I've turned into her, rest in peace, but...
Play the same number?
Huh?
Same number?
Same number?
Play the same numbers every week on the lottery?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I just go in, give me the ticket.
The quick pick or whatever?
Yeah, Joshua Tree, Pipes Canyon. It's out behind Pioneer Town.
Okay.
And it's one of my favorite places on earth. It's like Mars. All these it's basically Malibu with no water.
Okay.
It's like extremely rich billionaires that are hiding from,
I know what you mean.
CEO shootings.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
they
what
build
they're
a
out there.
base in the middle of a mountain.
You go out there and you go, "Oh, what the fuck's going on out here?" And they're like, well, Bezos.
But it's like it's like architectural stuff, right? Isn't that the house that looks like almost like the Sydney Opera House style of architecture?
That one's out there.
Yeah.
The one I stay at is called Hawken Mesa, which is 130 acres, and you're no one around.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, and not out of reach money-wise. But, not a Dakar because it's an automatic, but make a Dakar out of this one that I really wanted on P-Car last week, a T made into a full-on.
So there's a guy, and I'm sorry
Florida?
for forgetting his name. No, there's a guy here who I see at that Porsche Santa Clarita Cars and Coffee all the time, who took a regular Carrera 4S and basically made it into it. You could buy most of the Dakar parts and put them on yourself.
Yeah.
The suspension, the over fenders. So Porsche's, I want a manual Dakar too.
Yeah.
Porsche's argument is that PTV Plus, which is their active torque vectoring, only works with PDK.
Oh, wow.
Fair. Fair.
Right.
Doesn't mean I wouldn't rather drive a stick one with a mechanical rear diff. I still would.
Yeah,
but I understand what they're doing. And also, economies of scale, I think. It's a niche product, so offering it with both gearboxes would be possibly prohibitively expensive.
I just... I love the idea of having a Dakar because it's up high and there's no, front lift to get up onto the, just your driveway.
Yeah. Dude, there's so...
potholes in L.A. Come on.
Well, when we met first, I was driving my air-cooled Safari car.
That's when we met, and I go, "Oh, I want that, man."
I mean, that was great for the city too. Same thing, and that had even more clearance and even more travel.
Right.
If only because of the clutch was so heavy that I ended up getting rid of it and getting that pink car downstairs. But dude, it's so funny because both Lamborghini and Porsche are, at least last year, were making lifted sports cars and also super hardcore SUVs. And I tested the Urus Performante, which is the hardcore Lamborghini SUV, maybe a month apart from testing the Dakar and the Storado, the Huracan,
I know that one,
rally, and the Storado. The lifted supercar is more fun, more interesting, and actually a much better riding car than the hardcore SUV, which is actually quite stupid. Right? What do you need? What do you need a hardcore Urus Performante for?
I don't think you need anything. I do like that companies go for it with different stuff. I like that.
That's fair.
Like, it's like, oh, cool, they tried something. I wouldn't buy it, but, you know, there's a lot of people that look at, like, the Dakar and they go, like, that's dumb. And I just see it and go, oh, fuck, I love that.
I don't think people who know cars think it's dumb.
No.
I think people who know cars understand exactly what that is. And it's a real shame. Like, the automatic thing is a little bit of a bummer, but I've driven them enough now. Like, I get it. It does work. But the biggest bummer about the Dakar is that it's a limited edition thing, which makes it collectible.
Yep.
That car's got to be disposable.
Yeah.
That's what you want, a Dakar or a Storado that is a thing for fun and throw in the garbage.
Yeah, well, that's my thing. Like, I have to win the lottery.
Yeah.
I said it when I was driving the Dakar on my Instagram. I go, you have to have fuck you money because to me, anything I ever get at any time, no work this month. This is out of here.
Yeah.
I keep working. I call it my parachutes. So now I don't want any. I don't mind rocks and shit chipping it.
Yeah.
But if I have to sell it, you know how Porsche people are. They show up with these 4 guys with fucking binoculars and like, you know, microscopes. And they're like, there's a flathead screw here.
Try selling a Ferrari. Yikes.
Hold on, let me show you something. I just want to show you guys this because I think, to me...
This is showing us things on your phone is great for radio, by the way.
Yeah, no, but I'm just showing you...
Describe it.
Because
like
you guys
Pond.
can look it up, and we could see it on the screen works, right?
That's true.
Okay, so let me give you the site here.
While you're looking, is that the Tornik Rayville reissue, which I very much like?
Oh, here you go. So
I assume it's not...
No, it is.
Is it original?
No, it's
the reissue,
I think
right?
it's
Sick.
the greatest $900 watch of all time.
Yeah. It's like a Unimatic, but that looks good.
That's
quite
nice. It's Tornik, man, and it's
$900, huh?
$900, man.
I am on board. And the strap feels really nice. The double thick NATO.
I put the strap
piece.
on there. Okay, so
who makes this strap? This is a good strap.
That is.
Does it say Bob something?
No, here it's something. I just got it. It's like.
I like that strap.
Hold on, it's like something sail. Blue Shark.
Blue Shark. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's good. It's good, and it's double thick.
Yeah.
I don't love most NATO straps, but
I don't either.
This has a very upscale. It really works with this particular watch. Too.
Couple things I hate about NATO. I hate when they have the metal rings. God, it scratches everything.
Dude, I'm using like lock breakers to get them shits off.
Fuck yeah, out of here. So this has cloth.
Yeah, no, that's really.
And it's 2-piece. I don't like when the NATO's underneath. It makes the watch
the
higher.
Extra bulk, yeah. The 2-piece are what's up. I fuck with under the cuff NATOs. Yeah. I really like this double thick joint though. Yeah. That's an excellent. Are these just readily available, or is this limited edition? It was gone.
They're super hard to get. So you get on they're about to drop them again. They drop them once a year. You go to Tornik Rayville on Instagram. Then you sign up and you give them like $250 for your deposit, and then it comes in about 6 weeks. Yeah. And I'll tell you, this is the finest watch I've owned for no money. You're not getting followed home and robbed, and it's beautiful. And then I sent it to London. And the Alchemist did the patina.
It's the fake patina.
Yeah, but he did it by hand.
Yeah, no, we have a guy. Zach and I have a guy who started. His name is Rain, and he started as one of the Seiko modders.
Oh yeah.
And now he works for Notice, which is the company that I collaborated with to release the watch.
Yeah.
And he works for them as well. And he's done fake patina on some Seikos for me.
Yeah.
And are you wearing your G-Shock?
Yeah.
And he painted Zach's G-Shock hands to be more legible.
What I like about this is it
really
has
nice.
the real water meter on. So if the water gets in there, it changes.
Like the Coors Mountains.
Yeah, like the Coors. Remember that?
Or like Pretty Litter.
I remember every comic had that joke of like, oh, I touched the can. I know it's fucking cold. This is wild.
Isn't that a cool watch?
Yeah. It reminds me of that Porsche lately that was painted like that.
It's the same, same vibe. Yeah. But that's an excellent piece. I'm going to have to get one.
I went with the date. They got them with no date.
They do?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it with a no date.
I got to have date.
Is it?
It's at the 5.
Is it a thinner case if you get it with no date, or the same case?
Seen it,
it's
but
probably the same case.
Yeah, probably the same.
For $900, it's probably the same case.
They don't make 2 cases.
If it was, I would give up. If it was, I would give up date if it gave me a millimeter. My new watch fetish is thinness, which is that's where you start spending a lot of money.
15202, 5711.
Yeah, I know.
Those are the thin watches, and they're fantastic. Which, by the way,
They're
tomorrow
expensive.
Rolex drops the new stuff.
Did you see the Land Dweller?
Yeah, so the Land Dweller.
Guys, got to take a quick break from the action because support for today's episode comes from Delete Me. They make it easy, quick, and safe to get your personal data off the internet at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable, not to mention surveillance capitalism. Delete Me does all the hard work of wiping you and your family's personal information from data broker websites. They know your privacy is worth protecting, and so when you sign up and give Delete Me the information that you want deleted, their experts take it from there not just once, but in an ongoing basis. They're not a one-time service. It was so easy. It took a few minutes, but I made an account with Delete Me, and I followed their forms, which basically said, give us your previous addresses, your previous phone numbers, your immediate family, their basic information, and any other information about you that you wouldn't want people to have. And there's quite a bit of that. So I put that in there and then hit submit. And then I don't hear from them for a little while, but then I get this big, long, thorough report of all of these data broker websites that have my data. Here's what they've deleted. Here's what they need further approval to delete. And then it keeps going. And every month I get a report with a lot of things that have been deleted and need to be deleted. But it is going. I feel in control of my data, keeping my private life private by signing up for Delete Me. And we've got a discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/tire and use promo code TIRE at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/tire and enter code TIRE at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/tire, code TIRE. And now, back to the show. Did you see the Land Dweller?
Yeah, so the Land Dweller is very thin.
It looks thin.
Very thin.
Yeah, it looks like it was inspired by the oyster quartz.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
I don't think it will be quartz. In fact, I think
it's not.
show the display
movement.
back. It has an automatic movement.
The only thing I don't like about
the dial, man.
I was just going to say, why do you have a 9 and a 6?
Dude.
Just put the
Can
bars.
you pull up a photo? We'll talk about that in a minute.
We're going to talk about that.
Pull up the new Rolex Land, and also the name stinks. Land Dweller.
I think it's great because it's stupid.
It sounds like an insult.
I love how dumb it is.
Sea Dweller sounds like a compliment. Land Dweller sounds like a fucking insult.
Look how beautiful this is.
Yeah, so that's Federer wearing a prototype. He likes to sneak them in there.
And then they took it off right away.
There's no. If
the dial's honeycomb.
There's no official.
Yeah, if you go to
why is that?
If you just Google Land Rover, Land Dweller, it'll come up right there. The end.
Yeah,
so there
that
it
thing.
is.
Yeah.
So check out the dial. It's honeycomb. You know
what it reminds me of is fucking. Speaking of the Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah.
Lamborghinis have hexagons all over them now.
Yeah, that's right.
This dial has Lamborghini hexagons all over it.
So go with the bars, not the 6 and the 9, because they don't have the 12.
It doesn't have a 12 or a 3. Having a 6 and a 9 is weird.
Spin.
Oh, yeah.
And it has an attempt at a sporty dial, but then it has a fluted bezel. It can't tell if it wants to be formal or sporty. If you took the case and did a smooth bezel and a truly sporty dial in a fucking splash color, it would be a smash hit.
Well, if they went the bars.
Yeah, just bars.
Just the bars.
Just bars.
Yep. And
like
then,
an Oyster Perpetual.
And steel.
Yeah.
And black. blacked out with the honeycomb, like they're
if they like shadowed it, if they shadowed it,
because you can see it in there, right? If you go
I'd launch it with stone dials or something crazy too. But I don't know. I like everything about it, but the name and the dial. The bracelet looks fabulous.
Look how thin it is,
and it looks thin. That I really like, and I love the back half of the bracelet too, where you don't see like an AP, where you basically see nothing.
Yeah.
I sold my Royal Oak a couple years ago, and I made a lot of money on it, but I miss it.
15202.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Silver dial.
Oh, silver dial. Wow.
Silver dial. I liked it very much.
They got rid of the 15202, and now they're 16202. It's the same thing.
But it's like, this one says Audemars Piguet instead of AP, and they move it here to
same
here.
Same thing.
This reminds me of hex-clad pans.
Yeah, exactly.
Your eggs won't stick to this watch.
And like what Lambo does all over their dashboards.
Yeah.
Same thing. But I do love the shape of the case and the bracelet the back of the bracelet.
Total Gerald Genta.
Right.
You know it's going to fit amazing because it slopes down.
Yeah.
The band is killer.
Rolex kills everyone on their bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
Rolex bracelets are just the most comfortable, best fitting bracelets, no matter which one you're doing. So I think eventually there'll be a variant of that watch that's absolutely gorgeous, must have.
Right.
But today's ain't it.
That's what I said. Yeah. It's like, also, there's always that knee-jerk thing when Rolex comes out. You go, oh, God, junk. And then 2 months later, you're wearing the lefty GMT Sprite.
on the right hand.
Oh, you go, God, I got to have that. Like,
I've resisted. I have not purchased or desired a new Rolex in quite some time.
I'm off of Rolex in the last year.
You're an Omega man more, aren't you?
Yeah, love the new 300. I like the Bond one.
Yeah.
The No Time to Die, but in the green and the brass now.
The wavy bezel of the Seamaster.
I like it.
Something doesn't sit right, but the white dial Speedy, I'm 100% on board.
Oh, I love it.
You see this one?
Yeah.
This is 1966. This is old.
That's the year I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I made good price for you, my friend. You must have both you.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's a 3-2-1 movement. Yeah. Fantastic.
Ticks like a fucking Russian time bomb.
This is the best right here.
You know why it's the best? It's got service hands and it's got a service movement from 68.
Whoa.
So instead of being $50,000, it's $6,000.
Oh, yeah.
But it still looks like $1 million and I can actually wear it.
Frankenspace.
You know who cares? Me and the guy I sell it to and nobody else.
Yeah.
My buddy Kyle, shout out to Kyle Kennard of Motor One, formerly Road and Track.
Yeah.
One of a very few number of people I will share a car with on a press launch. And I shared a car with him on this recent press launch. I was in Vegas last week as well. And Kyle has a late 70s Daytona, basically like a Paul Newman style Daytona. But it's a Franken watch. It has a movement from, a service movement and service hands and whatever. But, to anybody just looking at it on his wrist, man, is that $1 million.
Yeah.
But he can actually wear it because, it's still worth something, but it's not historically precious, right?
To me, I'd rather have this Tornik than that, just because at least.
Yeah, you're trying to keep a low profile. I get it.
Yeah.
There's so many cool, affordable watches right now. Like the micro brand game is tight.
Tudor's the best.
Well, they're still $3,000 or $4,000. I'm talking about sub 1,500.
Of course,
sub 50. You can buy a million different cool watches. From under, and you can get custom watches and whatever. Oh, and speaking of things being expensive, I got to take a 60-second sidebar because last episode we talked about shrinkflation, and I asked fans if anyone had any verifiable shrinkflation stories from their own personal workplace, and I would not use their names or anything like that if anyone had any stories. Because, inflation sucks, but a lot of companies really took advantage of that to just crank it up even more. So I have two good ones for today's show about shrinkflation, and if we have any more, please send them in. Okay, this dude says a company called New Grind, which is now called Rhino Grind because they went bankrupt to ditch creditors.
Oh God!
Anyway,
allowed.
They make those big concrete grinding machines for polishing floors, just like you have at your house. Sidebar: that concrete convention is actually very fun. The tooling that goes onto these machines are all diamond tooling, and they shrinkflated the tooling. Instead of being 18 millimeters thick, the pad, it was 15 millimeters thick.
Oh, boy.
Not very noticeable without measuring, but honest, hardworking contractors are still buying this tooling for jobs, expecting to get the same amount of work done, but their pad was 16% smaller.
So it's going to wear out.
So it wears out
quicker.
faster. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. That's the same shit they used to polish my floors here and at the other shop.
You got polished cement?
We have polished, and it was a bitch.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
did it take a long time. It took 6 weeks to do it here, and it took, I think, 8 weeks to do it
They
at
put
the
a
other
coating
store.
on after?
They didn't.
Oh,
No
wow.
coating. Just raw.
So you gotta redo it again and again?
Never.
Oh.
Lifetime. We just got to mop it every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here's another good one. Guys, support for the Smoking Tire comes from the podcast Drive with Jim Farley. You know Jim Farley. He's the CEO of Ford. Not only that, this guy has a GT40 and a Cobra and all kinds of amazing vintage American metal that he races wheel to wheel at places like Goodwood. He's a boss, and you got to check out this show. It's where Jim talks to some of his favorite people about what they drive and what drives them to succeed. They just started season 3 with some sick new guests, including Vicky Butler Henderson, the British racing driver and fifth gear personality, Randy Nonnenberg from Bring a Trailer, and T-Pain, the musician turned drifter. The guy's got skills, actually. I listened to it the other day. It is great. Jim is a great interviewer. He's insightful, and it's interesting hearing these folks open up to him. I really am about it. I support Jim's venture here. To listen to Drive with Jim Farley, just search Drive with Jim Farley in any podcast app. That's Drive with Jim Farley, and thank you for supporting this episode. One former general manager for Whole Foods and Target.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
At Target, the diapers. The boxes stay the same price and the number of diapers were cut. We learned about it because the planograms no longer worked spacing-wise on the shelves. A $30 box of 106-count Pampers became a $30 box of 94-count Pampers. And at Whole Foods, the 365 4-cheese frozen pizza was $3.99 in 2021. It's now $5.99, but the internal cost that we bought them for was identical to the cost in 2023.
Whole Foods.
It's inflation. We all have to do our part.
Yeah.
Costs
They're
are
the
going
devil
up for
lately. Whole
everyone.
Foods?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I just need to put this out there.
Yeah.
The self-checkout at Whole Foods
Yeah.
doesn't have a scale in it.
Yeah.
Whatever you use with that information, the part of the self-checkout where your bag is and you go scan bag, the part that has the bag doesn't have a scale.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will. Just saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're stealing from you.
Yeah.
It's what's happening
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So anyway, you requested we talk about a Carrera T that had been Safari-ed.
I want to go to
Look at that fucking thing.
So about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I went down the T rabbit hole and I saw you two driving the I think it was Guards Red. T.
We drove an older one.
That was
right.
the
I drove the
He's
new
talking
one
about
that's
a
white.
Dot
Okay.
2.
Oh, okay.
the Dot 2.
Yeah.
I only like the Dot 2. It's the last of the narrow body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
They're cool. They're great
and
cars.
they're raw and everything. So I'm watching that and then I go, oh, yeah, T's the way to go.
They're sick. They're
So
great
then
little
right
cars.
when that happens, this comes up for sale on P-Car.
Okay.
And this guy is in Florida that does these kits on this guy.
What?
And
Do you know the name of the car? Is it?
I
do we
don't,
have
but
a-
I think it's in the feed
Let's
here.
see what it's got. Maybe we know this person.
So the incredible thing what he does,
It's a great looking car. Wow.
he logos it up too, off-road T. All the logos are new. And then the interior is camo. which is
Well, that's fun. Wait,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
hang on.
so
trying to find the
Off-road
name.
features. Baja Designs light roof. Where's the suspension?
So look at the
Oh,
interior.
all right. The winter camo centers.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I would.
Helps
I
you
would-
blend in the snow in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida. That's
Yeah.
I mean, it matches the white exterior
There
of the
it
car.
is.
Oh, the badge.
See that?
I mean,
I like it.
I think it's cleanly done.
I will say it's. I'll say it's cleanly done. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not,
right.
Not what I would do.
Can't
It
find-
doesn't say what the company is that's doing.
I got
the,
it on my
kit.
Instagram.
Yeah, I can't find.
I mean, it looks lovely, and it's probably a real good time. I mean,
Well, there's a guy
suspension's
on
under it.
YouTube that sold it, and he's driving it off road in Portland, Oregon, and
Cool.
he is fucking going mad in the dirt.
what'd it go for?
130, which is a good
It's
price.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
To have that ready to go. I mean,
those
assuming you
rims-
like how that one looks, I think it would cost you more to replicate
Of
it.
course.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Those are rotiforms. I think
Yeah.
that's a rotiform wheel. I
Yeah.
like that sort of that little bash bar thing in the front is pretty cool.
yep, I love that. The only thing was a little leery was they drilled holes in the roof to put that
For the rack?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm
so,
always like,
So the thing about racks on a car like this,
Yeah.
great if you need it,
Yeah.
but a real bitch when you don't. I bet that whistles like a motherfucker.
I was just gonna say, man,
Yeah.
So I go the Dakar rack, that low profile one with the lights.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know what they charge for that?
Oh, well, what is
They
it?
charge a fucking
Yeah,
fortune.
what is it?
And also, I don't know, but it's a fortune, and it's the wiring for it goes
I think it's
into
Grand
the
Prix
Grand Prix Motors.
is what is
Okay.
the company.
That's the guy that sold it. The dealer up in Seattle. He always has great shit.
Okay, wait. Scroll down. This is the guy. All right, selling it. I want to see what it's got in it. Keep going. Keep going. This is the shit. The regular high-end off-road modifications.
Right.
DSC Sport. Wow, a DSC Sport controller with an off-road application could be very interesting. GT3 control. Elephant Racing. Yeah. Okay. So Elephant Racing makes the.
This is what they do.
Bits.
They're like the name in Porsche Rally suspension.
Elephant.
Yeah.
Elephant made
Elephant.
made the first version of the suspension for my air-cooled car.
Oh, wow.
Lee Keen now uses a different company. Okay, so it's basically
fast.
Elephant shit. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it was so fucking fast.
I bet 130 grand you couldn't build the same
No
car
way.
for anywhere near that.
Because you
And
got to buy the car first,
Yeah.
which is like, you
so
know.
what is the market right now for these T's?
95 in the no seats and the stripper type, you know, and then some that are kind of loaded. I just found one totally loaded, rear steering. It's on a website out there. I don't want to make it
So
today.
I would
115.
I would, if you actually want to do this,
Yeah.
a Safari.
Yep.
I would not do rear steer.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
I agree.
rear steer with a mechanical LSD
Right.
will be what right? Am I wrong? That's just a vibe. Maybe we should ask an expert if you want rear steer or not for a Safari build application. I mean, the Dakar has it, but that's a complete package all-wheel drive
Right.
system. That's a whole other thing.
I would just, if I had the choice and the dream, I would go without it because it's a more complicated system, and I'd rather have less complications in something that's going to handle that much abuse, hitting bumps, stuff like that. I would just want to remove that variable.
What I'm finding the problem with the T was everybody tried to go poor man's GT3.
Right.
So they spec'd them out so fierce all the way up to even sunroofs. I don't want a sunroof. I don't want back seats.
It's
I do
funny
want
when
the
they do that,
AC
isn't
and
it?
I know you're like, what? You know, carbon buckets. You're
you
like,
buy the stripper one and then make it insanely expensive anyway.
Yeah,
Or
it's
make
like,
it heavier
what?
by getting heavy options like sunroof.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. And then these tees didn't actually sell that
They didn't sell
well.
at all.
And but now so many people like yourself are looking for like a great value
Yeah.
in this market.
Right. Well, you can still get a Carrera S.
You can still get an S.
That's faster and has, you know. I just wanted a T because I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. I'll get some road noise. You guys are like, oh, there's road
do you have
noise.
to spend more for a T than an S? No.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Not right
Okay,
now.
All right, cool.
But they only made 1,000 Ts in 1819.
Yeah,
There's your problem.
That's your problem.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
There's a shitload of Carrera S's.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
So maybe eventually it'll go the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very supportive of a Safari build
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That one, if you liked how that one looked, that probably would have been a good
I
one to buy.
absolutely love that car, man. I
might
just
not
didn't
do
have the
winter
money.
camo.
I
Yeah, no,
was
that's
like,
an expensive
oh,
car.
yeah, you know, I'm watching it on.
Well, look, dude, there's like relatively more budget ways to replicate.
course.
You could do this with like a 997 for fucking 65 grand if that's what you really wanted. It'd be a good time.
Yeah.
A 997S with basically everything this has, less the roof rack, would be kick ass.
Yeah.
And it would
'Cause
work.
It's just great to I go out to Joshua Tree a lot. And I don't mind driving, and you get out into this. There's an area out there called Gamma Gulch.
Yeah.
It is unreal.
Yeah.
These Airbnbs out there, you are on Mars.
Yeah, the desert is
It's the best.
Oh, look, here you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't love the wheel choice, but everything else about it I'm kind of into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but so we'll send you this link later.
Hold on. You got to see this. See this one.
The desert, I mean, if you want to really push a car, the desert is the best. It's better than a racetrack.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of places.
Because you can also push it at 24
so
miles per hour.
fun,
Like
you
you can
know?
slide, you can hit jumps,
Yeah.
you can play more with the car. It's the best thing to do.
Our friend,
How do you like
free.
this
our friend
one?
of the podcast. Oh, that is nice. What is that?
look at the
Hang on a minute.
rims.
It's got these sort of. Hang on, Zach. Can you go to this camera
Can you see that?
real
Yeah.
quick?
I'm on it.
Just to have it. So these are sort of a Fuchs style wheel.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I mean that's nice. That's a 997.
Is it 997?
I think with a front end. Yeah, with with some kind of front end bumper mod. That's pretty cool. I'm into that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I love it.
Yeah. So you clearly need a Safari 911, and
Yes.
there's a lot of different entry points to
Right.
that at different price points.
Yeah.
A T.
I just like to start with a T
I know,
because
it makes
it's
sense.
just so oh shit, a T.
Makes good sense.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
You guys got me into it.
Can we? Oh, sorry, we're expensive
You're
friends to
welcome.
have. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
dude. I got crazy taste. You know what I mean?
I know you do.
It's
You do have taste.
Yeah.
We have the similar taste in cars, watches, guitars.
We do.
Like boots,
Dude.
all the same expensive ass shit.
We met and we immediately hit it off
like,
on everything, and it's just this. This is my dream tee, and no money. I just don't have 134, but right here, there it is.
Oh my God, this is like
That is-
ultraviolet. Is it
that's
Ruby
Ruby
Star?
Star.
It's Ruby
Yeah.
Star with
Yeah.
like
That's the
gold
best.
wheels and an arrow kit.
Yeah, and
on a tee.
numbers,
Wow.
and the interior's insane.
You know what?
I love it.
That's a lot.
You know what?
But I like a lot. I am. What's the interior? Just black? Okay.
No, it's crazy.
The interior is also nuts.
You know what that car is,
Is that
man?
purple? Is the interior purple?
It's the color of the car.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's okay. All right.
That is a fuck that
That's
guy
a
car.
fucking crazy ass car. And actually, for the money,
No money.
it's actually not bad.
No fucking money, dude.
I mean, it's
nuts.
you're talking about $135,000.
No, but I'm saying-
we're hypothesizing,
Yeah,
but like relative to the market, that ain't bad.
Right,
That's
right,
pretty
right.
crazy. You would get a spot at Air Water in
Totally.
a featured section in
minute.
that car.
You know, I like
You
to
going
share
Air
that.
Water?
Oh yeah, of
In
course.
26?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't miss that shit,
Yeah,
man.
my car's going to be on a stand.
Which one?
The pink car.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it'll be on a stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fun. Oh, that 997 looks great
Wow.
too.
This is a
See,
few years
that
ago.
company's rims are fantastic.
Those
that
braids? They look like braid.
like braids.
They look like braid makes rally wheels.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I had braids on my. Braid made a Fuchs style wheel for Safari 911.
What's that look like?
It looks like a Fuchs.
Oh, wow.
But it was great. They made it. I shout out to Braid. They make
So
awesome
here's the game. So this
motorsports.
was posted in 2021. At the time of posting on Road and Track, the bidding was up to 50 grand. What do you guys think this car sold for,
80?
Matt?
76.
He wins 84.9.
Wow.
Dean
Here's
wins
what I don't
84.9.
like the lights on the hood.
It's a lot.
There
I
are a
don't-
lot of lights.
I
It's a
don't
lot.
need that shit.
The
I
other
like
car
it on
we
the
looked
rack.
at,
Yeah, the
white,
other one.
Yeah, this one has a pop-out light pod that does not match the lines
I don't
of the
need that.
regular
No.
car.
No.
But other than that, I think good decisions made on this build.
Yeah, I
Simple
like that
blue
other
and
one you
white.
showed
Can
me.
we see an interior photo? Is there anything done on the interior?
Great car.
Oh, it's got buckets.
Wow, it's got roll
and a
bar
cage.
too, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's got a cage.
Oh, damn.
This is legit.
Oh, this white steering wheel. Okay, that's a bad choice.
Yeah.
The white steering wheel is
But you
not.
can fix that quickly.
You cannot eat chicken wings and then go drive that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of good decisions made there, though, other than the white steering wheel. Holy,
So that's what I want to get into.
that car would be a good fucking time.
I want to get into one of those.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Have you
think
done a
it's-
rally school before?
Where?
You should do a rally school if you haven't.
Oh no,
You know
where
what?
at?
Oh, there's so many good ones to
It's
choose
like
from.
3 great ones.
Wow.
Rally Ready outside of Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Dirtfish outside of Seattle.
Yeah.
And Team O'Neill, which is up in Vermont or New Hampshire.
Wow.
Vermont or New Hampshire?
And do they have
Vermont.
cars?
Yes.
They do, yeah. And the lessons you'll learn there can apply to driving anywhere, like
Right.
street, track, or dirt. But if you're going to get one of these and go romp around Joshua Tree, which I highly recommend, I'm so on board for you, you should just do like a 2-day rally
Yeah.
school.
You'll learn
It's the
so
funnest
much.
driving
that.
ever.
Yeah.
It really is. And
Yeah.
then you
How
can go
much?
out there.
Couple grand.
It's usually a couple grand.
God,
Couple
I'd
grand.
love
It's
to
not
do that.
insanely expensive.
I'll go to the Seattle one, Dirtfish.
So Dirtfish is great because they have all-wheel drive Subarus and rear-wheel drive Subaru BRZs. So you could learn rear-wheel drive rally, which may apply better to something like this
Right.
than all-wheel drive rally, which is a slightly different technique.
Right,
Both
right.
are useful, but you could do either or both.
I had the WRX. What was it? The 18, the Smurf Blue.
Oh yeah.
That
was fun.
fucking car. I just wish I could have had the fin off it because it's a little Fast and
Oh, it had a little-
Furious.
it had a wing on
It's
it?
got the WRX STI wing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the Smurf without that. But wow, is that fucking car great?
Yeah.
You know?
We just did a show with Jerry Seinfeld, who that's what he's been driving in around L.A. A Subaru STI.
Really?
An S209. Yeah.
A WRX with the wing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seinfeld
If you saw that car driving up Ocean Park
Yeah.
and you saw Jerry Seinfeld driving it, you'd be like, "Oh, a Seinfeld impersonator is on his way to work."
Or he's
Like,
showing his kid how to drive the kid's new car.
I wouldn't believe that was him in that
Wow,
car.
that's pretty cool.
We have some Patreons to get
yeah,
to. We
we
got a
can't-
few of them, but
yeah.
before we got to talk about the special.
Please,
What's
please.
it's the 33? What's the number?
It's 5836. And what that is, most people's specials are like, dirtbag or road rash.
Canceled.
Yeah, whatever, So I thought, I got to get a title that I thought would be cool. And I've counted my sets since I've started. And at
Pretty
that
cool.
particular night, it was set 5,836.
I love it.
In my
And I think
car.
it's so appropriate. You're our show number 1001. So
Right.
we've just had a milestone, and it made us think doing anything.
Yeah.
That, doing anything 1,000 times, doing anything 5,836 times
And the
is
reason-
a lot of fucking times.
The reason I wanted to do that is so you can see the grind in the number.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, yeah, I just did a couple years and now I'm shooting a special.
No.
This is what it is. And I busted my ass. This is self-financed. Bill Burr and I made it.
You could have had a Carrera T instead of this special.
Right. A couple. And then, Marcus Price, who's also a car freak and one of my best friends, directed it. And we went out to Pelham, Tennessee, which is an hour and a half outside of Nashville or an hour and a half outside of Chattanooga. And it's in this cave. It's the first special ever done in a cave.
It's awesome looking.
And
it's so fucking cool.
I was going to shoot a special, and, nobody gave me a special. No one was going to give me a special. I'm 59. It's like, I'm not on the, hey, there's something we're looking for.
Yeah.
So, I was going to do it in a club, and then I was thinking, and I talked to a couple comedians. They're like, yeah, no one cares where you fucking do it. Just make it funny. And then I thought, that's the wrong idea. I think that if you're going to make something that people are going to talk about. Like, you see this fucking thing? It's in a cave.
That's cool.
And that's going to get people at least to look at it, because in this world of a million specials, why do you want to click on this and look at it?
It's also a beautiful set that you don't have to build.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
you know, like you don't have to be like, all right, well, what's my vibe? Like, what are the curtains or what are the this and what are the this? It's like the vibe is cave.
Yeah.
We're in a cave.
Yep.
There will be enough lights to show that we're in a cave.
Yeah.
That's the like.
It's so
and the
rad.
thing
It's so
is-
cool, but it like solves a bunch of problems at once.
Here's the place. So they've got camping. We had people out there in yurts. This is where you walk in. Right here.
This
So
is fucking sick.
This is the coolest venue. I mean, it's
you
so
gotta
original.
walk in here, and there it is, right?
It's like
How
Red
awesome.
Rocks, except fucking no sky. You're
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah.
You're in a cave.
And-
it's so awesome.
super cool.
And the guy that
Yeah.
owns it, Todd Mayo, is fucking unreal. So I had him on the podcast. I have a podcast if you guys want to hear it. Matt's been on it.
Let there be talk. Let there be. Also, at a very like high 700s episodes,
Yeah,
it's also a
yeah,
high volume
almost
number.
800 now.
Yeah. You're fucking doing it.
so-
Dean knows how to fucking grind, man.
12 years I've been
the guy-
podcasting.
Guy does not fuck around.
Yeah. So the thing was, we went in there. I'd never done comedy in there. No one's done comedy in there.
That's so hard to believe. It's
we
like
rolled the
it's
fucking
been there.
dice because what if you go in and it sounds like shit,
Ooh,
Yeah.
true.
and
yeah.
you're going, oh, we spent all this money, and and it's self-financed,
Yeah.
So the really wild thing is we shoot this $1 million looking special.
Yeah.
It's fucking great looking. And we go to the streamers, and they're not even getting back to us. We're like, hey, check this out. We know they're not going to watch the whole fucking thing because that's how people are.
But
So
you'd think they'll give you 60 seconds or
we
something.
gave them 5 1-minute clips. Just
Yeah.
check this out. You think that if you're in the business of specials, that you would see this for 1 minute and go, fuck it, let's put this out. It's crazy looking. And people will have the billboards with the cave, and people will click on it right away. No one gets back to us. So you can see it this, the 5th or the 6th on my Patreon. Dean Delray is my Patreon. And
We are huge Patreon fans here.
I love it. And then YouTube. Now, here's another thing I want to hit people too. You put it on YouTube, and some of my great friends, Joe List, Sam Morrell, Fahim Anwar, they've all put specials on there, and they've gotten millions of views. And people are like, yeah, man, just the gatekeepers are gone, and you just put it on YouTube, and you get 1 million hits. It's like, that's not how it works. You need to share the shit
you
out
have
of
to
this
promote
thing.
it, share it, all
Right.
that stuff, and then hopefully you get $2,000 from your YouTube.
Right,
revenue.
yeah. But I'll chop it up into
Yeah.
clips. But I really didn't want to chop it up. I wanted people to see it on a screen because
course.
it's pretty cinematic looking.
Yeah. How?
Very.
How? I mean, I haven't seen it. I've only seen your trailer.
Yeah.
Which is on your Instagram page, Dean Delray, all one word.
Yep.
And it does look beautiful. How did the sound work out in your favor?
Oh
Sound
my
good?
God! So I walk on, I do the first joke, right?
Yeah.
And the laughs are thunderous.
And I guess it's not the same. You can't just sound check it empty, right? It changes when it's full of people.
Because when we're in there, it was kind of echoey, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Oh no!"
but then it fills with people,
Filled up,
and the people
and
knock
it's kind
it down.
of dirt and everything, and it's just this warm sound. And the first joke dropped, and the last hit. And if you watch the trailer, I go, I waited 15 years to do a special. My voice cracks because I almost cry.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
so overjoyed of like, oh my God, this is going to work.
Oh, that's
my
great.
dream's coming true. I'm shooting a special in a fucking cave.
It
All
does
the
look
fans flew
so
out.
sick, dude.
Oh, God, I love it. I
Did you
love
ever
it.
see? What it said? Bands play in there, so
Yeah,
I guess
they
the
do.
sound has got to be kind of decent.
Well, it was
right?
made for bluegrass. This guy, Todd Mayo, built it. He's got a book out called Caveman Chronicles, and it talks about how he built this fucking thing. He went in there 12 years ago, and he's like, I wonder what it'd be like to have a band in here. He gets Chris Stapleton in there. And that's the first gig, and that's 12 years ago. Now he's got an Emmy award-winning show on PBS called The Cavern Sessions, and he was fucking so great to us. He goes, "Let's do this."
No, we have
It's
a
a
road and
great
track
idea.
event that's coming this fall. That's going to be in this area. Maybe there's a reason to go there,
Dude,
Oh,
Pink
yeah,
Floyd
yeah.
Laser
Well,
in
we're
the
thinking
Caves,
about
yes.
doing my Bon Scott tribute there for my 60th birthday
Oh, really?
in February. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Everybody camping in the yurks and
Wait,
tents.
when you say my, do you play in a Bon Scott tribute
Oh
band?
yeah, I do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, once a year I do a tribute to Bon, and it's like Bill Burr on drums, like
sick.
Nikki Sixx bass, Scotty Ian from Anthrax on
Whoa.
guitar, and Lur from Primus, and Mike Inez from Alice in Chains, Dave Lombardo. It's a super.
That seems like a good fucking time.
Oh, you can look at it. YouTube, Dean Delray, Bon Scott, real quick. Look at it.
Is it a thing you like sell tickets to? It's
Yeah,
like a show.
the
Oh, okay.
Avalon.
Oh, all right,
we
cool.
do it every year. It's huge.
Oh, awesome.
But we're thinking about
Me and Christian
There's
got
one
it.
right there. Flashback right there. Oh no, to the right. Go to that one on the right there. Watch this
Here?
guy headbanging like crazy. This is the kind of guy from like. Look at this guy. He's amazing at the show. He's
That
just
guy's
going. At one
fucking
point,
on
Bill
it.
Burr stopped and he goes, "I want to give a shout out to that guy. He's fucking doing it."
Dude, he's got an F1 driver's neck from
yeah,
head.
yeah.
His neck is like thicker than his head.
Yeah.
If you YouTube Dean Delray Bon Scott, you'll see the fucking the event. It's massive. I do the whole place out, and oh, there's one right there. Right there, that's good. I do a whole place in Bon Scott photos. You know, they
Wow.
got the best
Sick.
digital screens in this place, the Avalon, and it is unreal. That's Steve Gorman from the Black Crowes on drums. We
wow.
rotate drummers every couple songs. Like we had Josh Freese from Foo
Oh, wow.
Fighters this
Sick.
year. Yeah, we had them all.
Oh, all right. Me and Christian got to come see that.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Sick. Do we have? Can we go to the Patreon, Mr. Clapman? Of course,
there.
just like you, we love.
Yeah.
We love the
I
Patreon.
do. How many guys you got?
Like
Currently
1,500 and
1,500.
change.
Yeah, I got 400, and they are. I call them the real. You know, the New York Times once said, if you have 1,000 true fans, you can do art your whole life.
Oh, really?
And the way they broke
That's
it down was really interesting. If each fan kind of donated around $100, you know, over the year, you'd be able to do art for every year.
If we had probably twice as many Patreon people as we have now, which is possible,
Right.
we could eliminate all advertising.
Right.
Like we just wouldn't have to take ads.
I
at
wouldn't
all.
have ads either.
Yeah.
Man. And also they saved me during COVID, man. I was a comic with nothing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it stopped. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know?
It's fortunately we figured out live streaming. That helped a lot.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
And how's that where they tip as you're going?
Well, it's through Patreon and whatever, and mainly just like we figured out how to do. I don't live stream was I meant. What I meant to say was we figured out how to do like remote podcasts during COVID and that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as soon as we didn't have to do that anymore, we stopped. Shaggin' Party Wagon says, what was it like on tour with Marcus King?
Oh, the question's for me.
Some
This
of
is
them will be
great.
direct. Most of them will be directly for you.
Oh, that's fucking
We'll have some
cool.
other car ones at the end. But Marcus King, so sick.
I'll tell you this right now. So I met him, I think around 10 years ago. He was like 20 or something. Somebody sent me his record. Hey, they know I love like soul rock. Like, I'm not blues. I'm talking about like Black Crowes kind of soul rock. And so they sent it to me. I go, what is this?
Yeah.
So I reach out to the kid and I have him on the podcast. He is straight up like shy, introvert. Yes, yeah. Over the years, we become great friends. He becomes this incredible star. Right before COVID, we said, let's do a comedy rock tour. He and I. He loves comedy. I love him. COVID hits. Live Nation pushes it aside. Right after COVID, a year later, I get a call. Hey, tour's on. I'm like, oh, I thought that was gone. Now he's bigger. I'm a little bigger. Now we're doing double nights at theaters.
Cool.
Like Beacons, Ryman's, all that. And so we went on a 32-day tour across America, 1 day off. And we did comedy and rock all over America. Bus.
Wow.
And it was fucking great. Yeah. Some of the nights were awful for me. If there was no seats, it was horrible. People are walking around like, why is that roadie talking about his dick? You know what I mean? They're just like drinking beers, like looking at me. I'm like, hey, like, start saying chick,
Yeah, if they're not like ready, ready for that. Yeah.
And I was, it was a grueler. But now it's been a couple years, and I look back and I go, one of the best times of my life.
I discovered that guy I found him on YouTube, and his voice does not match how he looks.
Yeah.
And his guitar playing is just
Well,
insanity.
what I like about him is he's the triple threat. Singer, guitar player, but songwriter.
Sure.
There's a lot of guys out there, they can play the shit out of the guitar, they don't know how to write a song.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys play the shit out of guitar, they can't sing. This guy is a freak of nature. I watched him every night slay it. No warm up, nothing. Just I'm not saying you're gonna get me.
It's the John Daly of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just show up,
Cigarette,
sig down,
yeah.
400-yard drive.
Oh my God, hole in one.
Yeah,
and he slays, man.
Yeah. Love Marcus King. Whip him out Wednesday. Wow, with an old O&A reference.
Yeah.
Dean, why did your podcast with Maron only last 6 shows?
Well, we did it during COVID.
Yeah.
So we were like, there was nothing going on. And then COVID ended, and Mark's career just picked back up to, TV and touring and all that. People are always looking for drama,
Right.
But that's really what happened. It was just like...
People got busy.
Yeah, and I loved doing it, It was called Dark Fonzie. It actually went 13 episodes, not, what did he say, 6? Yeah, I went 13 episodes, and then it was gone. But it was fun to do while it did. It was way bigger than my podcast.
Also, Whip 'em out Wednesday, he says, in all the years you're with bands, what was the best tour or band you played with?
Well, the best band I ever played with was 2 years ago. I opened for Metallica as a comedian 2 nights.
I want to ask about that. So what's it like
better than that.
opening
My
for
favorite
Stadium?
Arena, Chase Arena, 2 nights, 40th anniversary.
No pressure.
Oh, it was absolutely the hardest thing I've ever done.
Really?
And they're my favorite band. And I'm from the Bay. They're from the Bay. We know each other. So I'm like, if I fuck this up, it's all going to be on me.
Yeah.
And if
you fuck it up, you can't be friends with Metallica anymore.
Yeah. Well, they'll just be like, hey, it's that weird thing, man. When you bomb at a gig and your friends are there, they don't say anything. They don't address it. They're like, hey, you want to go get something to eat or something? They don't go like, good show, because they know you're, that.
Yeah.
They know you would know they're lying.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So the first night was really difficult. And there was a lot of technical problems on their half with the video. I was introducing videos and then riffing and doing jokes and stuff, and their video server crashed.
Oh,
and so they're like, "Stay out there," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I was getting that one stretch, and I was like, "Oh God!" But the second night was one of the greatest nights of my life.
Are the audiences receptive to? They're there to see Metallica.
Yeah.
It's not just like a music show. It's fucking Metallica.
Yeah.
Heavy energy, fast, all that stuff. Are they surprised when a comedian comes out first? Are they open to it?
Well, here's what I didn't take into consideration was this was their 40-year anniversary 2-night party. It wasn't like a tour. This is specifically this. So fans flew in from Ecuador, Hong Kong, Oklahoma, all over. So it was this gamut of people out there, and I'm doing jokes. Some people don't know what comedy is. You know what I mean? They're like from, Brazil or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was really fucking difficult. But Metallica came out and they said, hey, we're going to go backstage and get ready. But in the meantime, our good friend, comedian Dean Delray. Okay. So I got a window of about 2 minutes to start getting them.
And did it feel a little more like emceeing than doing comedy? It was like...
Well, that's the way I had to approach it because it was 3 6-minute sets. They didn't tell me that until an hour before I was getting there. I thought I was just going out and doing 15, 20 minutes and then bringing Metallica on.
So 3 broken up by videos?
Yeah, so it was like 6 minutes and then go, hey, look at this video of when Metallica started. Then you leave the stage, then you come back, do 6 more minutes. Hey, look at this. And that is the most difficult
It's
way.
like Oscars hosting or something.
That's different. You got to adapt immediately. And if you haven't done a million shows, you're just going to eat shit.
Sure.
And I was able to adapt, and it was
I did an arena with Metallica is a pretty good one on the fucking resume. That's
man.
solid as fuck.
Anybody, that's the thing. Like, you'll get these people, fuck you, I was there, you weren't funny. It's like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, you bought a ticket and I was on stage.
Doesn't fucking matter. I'm 58 years old and I opened for Metallica. You think you're going to say, I've been on stage 41 years this year.
Yeah.
41 years. 25 music, 15 on my 16 comedy. Nothing is going to faze me and make me stop. I got bad reviews in the fucking 80s. You know what I mean? And I got great fans that outweigh all of that.
Sure.
So,
That's why you have a career.
Yeah.
Joe says, favorite pair of sunglasses?
Oh, well, I wear Jacques Marie Mage, which I'm wearing right now, and I wear Blake Kuwahara. And those are two brands that are this is the finest eyewear made on the planet. It takes a couple years to make it. The guy is Jerome Mage. He is one of the greatest eyewear guys ever to live, hands down.
When it takes a couple of years to make it,
yeah.
you go for a fitting and a meeting, and then it's made for you? How does that work?
It's not made for you, but the way he sources and makes this acetate old world way in Japan in these stone tumblers, and he goes to acetate like libraries and finds the old colors. He is the ultimate freak of eyewear. There's no better than this guy. An 8-barrel hinge so the hinges don't fall apart. You know, it's all this stuff, and it's stuff that people go, fuck that, I'd never spend that. It's like, yeah, well, you'll buy 19 pair of glasses.
Yeah.
I'm buying one, and it'll last forever.
Yeah.
You
Can
know?
you insure it?
You can insure it. 100%.
So there you go.
Yeah, man.
Of course, if you lose it takes you years
And
to get
they only make there's like 100 of this shape.
Yeah.
So then they're gone. You know, so
Can you buy them in L.A.? Or you have to go?
Yeah. I go to Optical Connection. It's in Studio City. They got them all.
Interesting. We have a sunglasses sponsor. We're very fortunate. Dylan Hawkins,
that's
shout
great.
out to him. Yeah. It's nice to have the high-end sunglasses sponsored, and they make a good product.
Yeah.
Enrico Palazzo says, you are the hosts of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee for a day. Who's your comedian guest, and what is the car?
If I was the host, well, I mean, Jerry's had all the greats.
Yeah.
So you can't really, I mean, you know, Norm Macdonald was one of the greatest episodes ever, and he's top 3 comedian ever.
It wasn't
for
the
me.
hypocrisy.
Best
line ever.
Fucking crazy. But so if I was the host, it would be a Dakar, and I would just go out driving with my good friend Bill Burr, and we would just go fuck around and go out there to the Newcombs or whatever, and just eat some lunch and laugh.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
I mean, see who is. There's do you take the big star or do you take?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think I would take someone that I if we're filming Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, it has to be someone that I have a rapport with. I wouldn't want it to be like a meet my idol sort of moment.
Right.
So I'd probably go with Segura, Tom Segura, and just I would be okay that we could do a good show.
Right.
I think that's probably sounds like a cop out, but also I like Tom very much. So.
I'm thinking Eddie Murphy just because he's like an idol, obviously, but the car selection's tough. Like if you want to pair with the person, because he was such a powerhouse right when he came out at like 19.
Yes,
it's kind of like R32 GTR.
Well, the actual car from
Detroit.
that episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee was a Carrera GT. That's what Jerry took him out in.
Right,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would go something different, but I understand the theory. I'm not going to argue with.
Which, by the way, I would use that brand new Singer Turbo that just looks like the old car.
Oh, yeah.
So I would
Just
go
drove
with that. Yeah.
It's the best.
Oh, you drove it?
Yeah.
Which one, the silver or the white one?
Neither. I drove my friend's personal car that's blue. I drove it on a wet Willow Springs.
What's that like?
Sick. It's the most interesting, and I did not get to really exploit it because it was a wet Willow Springs, and the car had 341 miles on it. We're gonna get to drive the white one, Zach and I, in a couple of weeks.
Oh, can I go with you
sort of
guys?
proper. You come out if you want.
I gotta go.
You can meet us out there.
I'll just meet you wherever you're at.
Yeah, we'll be up on the mountain with it.
100%.
But what the most by far the most interesting thing about it was there was absolutely no evidence that a car was there before. Oh. Like, it didn't feel like a car that started as another car and was restored.
Right.
This is a new car. It's a totally new car. And even though the engine is air-cooled, whatever they've done, it makes it feel very much like the engine in a Carrera T.
Wow.
Which is real crazy. And it feels like a brand new OEM level product, which I have not seen before. And so it's pretty extraordinary.
Turbo lag?
I mean, I didn't drive it around the city.
Gotcha.
I got 4 wet laps around Willow Springs. So I mean, I can't imagine it's bad. I think it's a delight. I think they've made some smart decisions, and we'll let you know when we drive it for real.
I love what they did with the shark fin.
It's beautiful.
And the accordion rubber bumpers. It's just crazy.
They're not rubber.
I know.
They're carbon.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And you can get them in visual weave, or you can get them in black.
Right,
and I
saw the
actually think
black.
they look better in black.
It's sick.
Yeah. I went down there to the factory last week.
Oh, they did a drone tour of it. Oh my God!
They got a lot of builds
the old
going on.
factory, the little fucking
In Sun Valley with
What the
4
fuck?
bays.
Yeah, 4 bays, and
long
now
time
it's-
ago.
What?
So, but I was a little, I said this on another show, but I was a little disappointed overall with the creativity of their customers when it came to picking colors.
Oh, yeah.
There was a couple of unbelievable showstoppers.
Right.
And there was a lot of very muted colors that would have been from cars from the 70s and stuff.
Well, the people that buy those are extremely rich, and they not necessarily want to be popping.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I'm always into popping because it's like why I wouldn't wear a Rolex sub, because you walk in the room and there's 80 subs.
Yeah.
I want to be, and not just for you to look at me. I'm more always wanted something that was just different than everybody. That's why I shot that special in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm always seeking something that other people don't have, because I grew up in the Bay Area, and when that Cotton Dockers Gap thing hit, and everybody looked like a fucking, just take me to the techie building, I was like, what the fuck happened here? We had like 60s hippies.
Yeah.
We had beat poets. We had blue
punks,
collar.
yeah.
We had the punk rockers, and we had the metalheads. And now everybody's just wearing one outfit for me.
Vest, button down.
Oh,
Docker,
so I think it really had
Business
an effect
sneaker.
on me, you know?
Yeah,
it really knocked me
Yeah.
into like, I can't do this.
For me, I think the more expensive the car. I mean, I guess I can relate to this Singer thing, because the more expensive the car, the less flashy the color I usually want to. Right. I love a hatchback in nuclear orange.
Right.
You know, and yes, I have a pink Porsche, but like,
I go pink all day long.
Pink's good. That
my
Carrera
God.
T in pink was crazy.
This pink.
The Ruby Star Carrera T with the Aero kit is a lot.
What about this? This pink GT. Hold on. This thing is insane, and it's an RS. I don't know who made it, but I saw it and went, oh, I want to meet that guy.
Oh, are you about to show me the pink RS with like the McDonald's interior? It's like pink with yellow and red interior.
I didn't see the interior.
There are some builds that someone should have said
This
no
is
to.
Barbie pink, though.
Oh.
You know,
No, I haven't seen that
it's
one.
not a pink you ever fucking see.
Like hot pink.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
like Barbie pink. And I was like, oh, my God. It's like Paris Hilton when she had that Bentley in pink.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was not a fan. Is it? That's not pink, is it?
That's very pink.
That's it right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Barbie
Look
pink.
at that thing, man.
That looks like it's a Middle Eastern plate.
Yeah, of course.
Hermes pink Sakura GT3
It's like Dubai
RS.
special.
Yeah, definitely.
But look at that thing.
It's not bad though.
No, I love it. What are you
The
talking
license plate 911 in
Yeah.
UAE. You think that's real?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But look at it.
But it is fucking pink. That's true.
Yeah,
That is the Barbiest
That's a
of
fuck
pink.
That is
that
the
guy
Barbiest
car.
of pink.
That's
Lumiere. I don't know what that means.
I don't go the wing, you know. That's where I draw the line. I'll go pink, but no
But
wing.
no wing?
Touring only for
There's
me. GT3 touring only.
Bruce Canepa, when he sells his GT2 RSs, he flips them over there. He takes the wings off, sells them as these sort of
Can't go the wing.
subtle. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. The special is up on your YouTube channel on
April 17th, but you can see it on my patreon.com/Dean Delray starting this Sunday. And then tour dates, DeanDelray.com. I'm going to Austin, Texas for 2 nights next week with Joey Diaz.
Really? What nights? Wait, go look. I'm in Austin next week.
April 17, 18. I don't know when this comes out.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay.
You actually said it right for when this comes out. I'm in Austin the weekend before that. But that'll be a fucking awesome show. You and Joey Diaz, he's a lunatic.
I love him.
He's the best.
A great friend of mine, and we're doing 2 nights at the Paramount Theater. Then
the Belly Up with Tom Green in Solana Beach?
Yeah, I'm doing a Tom Green tour.
Can I come?
Oh, 100%.
I have family in Solana Beach. I love the Belly Up.
Get out there.
I love Tom fucking Green.
Come backstage, hang out.
Dude, count me in for the Belly Up. Let's fucking go.
And then Comedy Fort, one of the greatest clubs in Colorado, hands down, Friday, June 13th and 14th. And then Las Vegas, May 12th through the 18th at the Comedy Cellar.
Is that
at the Rio Hotel? Yeah.
Cool. Did someone? A comic owns a club in Vegas also. Who?
Brad
Garrett.
Brad Garrett.
Yeah, that's great.
Actor,
I never work it, but
he's
he's a great comic, and his room's great. I've been trying to get in there for like 6 years, but. It's one of those rooms.
Call the man back.
Yeah, right.
I will 100% see you April 24th in Solana Beach. Okay. I love the Belly Up.
And then April 17th, YouTube. Subscribe to my channel now. Dean Delray, the special 5836, produced by Bill Burr and myself. Self-financed, so anything you throw at it would be greatly appreciated. And at Dean Delray is my Instagram. Thank you for having me so much.
Thanks,
man.
Dean. Good to see you. Let's get this man a Carrera T Safari.
Yes.
He very much.
Definitely.
5,836 goddamn comedy sets. He deserves it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you deserve. I think if you do 5,000 of something, you deserve a Porsche.
Well, it's funny when you do that many sets, man, and I'm at 6,000 now.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, it's just like, and you're 59 years old. I just want to tell everybody.
But when did you do your first set?
December 6, 2009. So when I was 44 years old, I stepped on the stage at the Comedy Store.
There's hope yet.
So 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
6,000 sets.
Yeah.
How many sets a year is that? That's more than, it's more than 2,000.
Oh, well, it's...
right?
No.
My math is off
because I'm at
there.
6,000.
Yeah, sorry.
Like
my math...
500, 400 a year?
It's a couple hundred a year for sure.
Oh, but way over that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my first year I did 296.
400 a year?
400 sets a year?
Yeah. So my second year I did 580. And then I got almost to 600. I've never made 600 in a year, and I can't do it now because I do way longer shows.
And you did that in L.A. or in New York?
L.A. and the road and New York.
I was going to say, like, New York, you can kind of like walk from show to show easier than here, right? Here you got to like drive between mics.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I did 5,000 of those sets on a motorcycle.
Sick.
Like all over.
That's genius.
Bakersfield, Sacramento.
But you toured on a motorcycle?
Yeah, I rode everywhere. I didn't have a car.
What kind of bike?
Well, Harley at first, and then I went to the Beamer GS.
There you go. At least you figured out a good road trip bike.
Ducati Multistrada.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Pikes Peak.
How many miles did you get on those bikes?
Well,
were you doing 40, 50,000 miles on those bikes?
I had multiple bikes, so I just rotate them. But all of them had like 20,000 a year, and I just flip them for the new bike. You know,
that fucking
is
road warrior shit.
Oh, dude, boiling hot, sandstorms, slight snow, rain. Freezing cold.
Yeah.
Man.
Do you still ride much? I haven't seen you on a bike much.
I got ran over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, meth head hit me doing 70 on the 110.
Yeah.
And I had to have neck surgery. Shout out to Lifespan Medicine. They saved my fucking life.
Yeah.
Rogan sent me to this guy. My arm was numb. My foot was numb. I couldn't fly. I was like, I'm not going to be able to work. She hit and ran me, and they never caught her. So I didn't get it. You
got nothing.
There was no suing or anything.
Yeah,
I was broken up. Burr was coming over bringing me these white T-shirts. I was just bleeding out. and I'd put the shirt on and just bleed into it and just throw it away. It was fucking gnarly.
That's not how medicine
It
works.
was gnarly, dude.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
not like normal good medicine.
No.
Yeah, that's bad.
No,
Well,
so, you know.
all right, so no more motorcycles.
Well, I rode after that because I didn't.
That's what you had.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
But now, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. With age comes a cage.
Yeah. Yeah, with
Yeah.
age comes today. You know, Bill and I ride when we're out on the road.
Oh,
like
do
if
you?
we're out in like Wyoming, we'll get some bikes, and we just rode all through the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, it's
it was
probably awesome.
Perfect.
fucking
yeah.
insane. Jason Chinnick, who's the CEO of Ducati, is a
Yeah.
good friend of mine. He hooked us up with
Oh, I
bikes.
met that guy. Yeah, he was cool. Yeah,
we
I met
rode
him.
up
He
to the
was all right.
Shining Hotel.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
Estes
my
Park?
God,
Yeah,
it's
stunning.
fucking beautiful.
Good ride. I used to ride
Did
out
not
around
have
there
the
when I
AC on
did.
in here. It just got very hot.
Thank
Dude,
you.
thank you very much. For those of us listening live, we're back at 3 p.m. Pacific. We got a doubleheader today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going out of town for a week, so we got to get ahead.
Okay.
It's all right. All the radio today. And yeah, get Dean's special. Go see him live. Meet me at the Belly Up April 24th. We'll see him live together. And thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.